morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
As we do every Tuesday, we're going to jump right in and welcome Ambassador David Comissiong, who is back and joining us this morning for another great discussion. Good to have you with us.
Thank you, Tisha. It's good to be back.
All right, and of course, we're hot on the heels of the Board of Governors annual conference, the 54th annual general meeting that was held in Ottawa, Canada, for the Caribbean Development Bank. And there was lots happening. I know we saw lots in the news, much talk about what's happening in and around the region and how we can, get things going in various areas.
I attended that meeting in Ottawa, Canada, as a guest of the Caribbean Development Bank. They asked me to come and participate in a panel on Haiti. They were looking at Haiti's development needs and priorities, and so it was my first attendance at a CDB annual conference, and it's a big thing. I mean, they bring together the governors of the bank, the directors, bank staff, but then they bring in thought leaders, government officials, business representatives from across the region. Of course, the bank services basically the CARICOM countries, including the associate members of CARICOM, but they're also, in addition to the CARICOM countries, there are also a number of non-borrowing members of the bank. So, for example, you have regional non-borrowing members like Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, and then you have extra-regional non-borrowing members like the UK, Canada, China, Germany, and Italy. So you could, imagine the kind of all-inclusive meeting. You had indigenous people there, you had youth representatives there. So it was really a very interesting experience for me. Our governor, Minister Ryan Strawn, was there. Minister Colin Jordan was there. Just as I spoke on Haiti, he spoke on employment, equity, and inclusion. So there was a very good Barbados representation there.
All right, let's talk about this panel that you were a part of and how you were able to share in that particular area.
Yeah, well, Haiti now, development priorities and interventions. So I was on a panel with the CDB does have an office in Haiti. So the representative of their office in Haiti, their chief economist, and a Haitian academic who is resident in Canada. So we all participated in the panel. I really spoke about the role that I think CARICOM has to play in taking Haiti forward. And I really began by explaining that the reason why we are seeing these signs of, and I keep my fingers crossed, progress in Haiti now, the reason why we have a new presidential transitional council that has, a kind of new national unity temporary administration that has given birth to a new transitional prime minister, a new transitional council of ministers, and things seem to be moving in the right direction. One of the main reasons is because CARICOM 2 years ago established, well, first of all, we decided that we had to have an independent initiative to help Haiti find a solution. And so we set up this eminent persons group of 3 former prime ministers, and we gave them the mandate to go into Haiti, bring everybody to the table, and try to help them to work through their differences and come up with a political consensus on a way forward. Because we felt that you couldn't really deal with the problems unless you first get some level of political consensus and national unity. So having explained that critical role that CARICOM played, I then went on to outline my thoughts about the future role that we have to play in terms of development in Haiti and so forth. But I think you do have a clip of my actual address at the panel.
Absolutely. We have a snippet of your presentation from that panel, so let's take that in.
This is very important. It will also require a developmental plan that situates Haiti and its development squarely in the center of the Caribbean community and fully integrated into CARICOM's many functional cooperation institutions and processes. And all of this within the parameters of the still evolving CARICOM single market and economy. The international community has a very special role to play. The international community, led by the United Nations system, must rise up to the responsibility of mobilizing development resources for Haiti on a scale commensurate with the enormity of the crimes and depredations committed against Haiti over the centuries, and at a level capable of decisively correcting Haiti's developmental deficit and setting Haiti on a course of self-generating growth and development. The truth is that virtually every single international institution is already in Haiti and has some type of Haiti project. But what is now required is much greater Haitian partnership in the leadership of those processes. Also, a significant increase in the scale and quantity of the resources that are deployed. You look at some of these projects, but the scale is not to the level where it can decisively make a difference in Haiti. And there must also be a new commitment to consciously design these projects in a manner calculated to produce resilience and self-generating growth and development in Haiti. I believe that CARICOM must play an important advocacy and watchdog role in ensuring that all of this unfolds. And I would recommend that CARICOM equip itself to accomplish this task by further institutionalizing and expanding its eminent persons group and transforming it into a permanent or semi-permanent entity that will focus on ensuring that both CARICOM and the international community remain deeply engaged with Haiti and follow through on providing Haiti with the requisite development resources. The EPG could be expanded by adding other eminent personalities, first of all from Haiti, both from Haitians at home and in the diaspora, also from the continent of Africa, and from other components of the international community, inclusive of eminent personalities with connections to or experience of the multilateral development institutions. So very important role for the EPG going forward, I believe. And then there's the nature of the development plan for Haiti. A key feature of it for me is that it should be centered around a partnership between the institutions of CARICOM and the institutions of the Haitian state and civil society, with essential funding being provided by the international community. Virtually every single CARICOM institution, associate institution, and functional cooperation institution should have a presence and a program on the ground in Haiti, partnering with Haitian counterpart institutions and contributing maximally to the development of Haiti and its integration into the Caribbean community. There are no less than 17 CARICOM institutions and 8 associate institutions, including the Caribbean Development Bank, covering every possible type of economic and social activity, ranging from agricultural development to renewable energy, public health, and let me say here, although I'm stressing CARICOM, I could extend that concept to the Caribbean, because you could see a country like Cuba, for example, being enlisted to play a very important role in helping Haiti with its public health, education, public sector administration, disaster response, national security, and the list goes on. CARICOM has multiple functional cooperation institutions. Finally, I would end by saying that Haiti's present and future must be with the Caribbean community, and CARICOM must, as a matter of duty, have Haiti's back and ensure that justice is done to its member state. Thank you very much.
All right, so that was your presentation. You covered much ground with that. I think the center of it was how involved we must be going forward.
That's the message I really wanted to get over, that the key to the perpetual crisis that Haiti always seems to be enmeshed in, really, the key is its region, the Caribbean community. We have to integrate Haiti fully into our Caribbean community. And we have to, this eminent persons group that we hit upon 2 years ago to help solve the political dimension of the Haitian crisis, we can further develop that, and we can, in my opinion, turn that into, as I said, a permanent or semi-permanent entity whose role will be simply to keep CARICOM focused on engagement with Haiti, and also to do the advocacy to keep the international community focused, and to do the advocacy to help generate the developmental resources that Haiti is going to need. And so, I'm seeing a CARICOM entity, but expanded and given Haitian leadership. So it's led by CARICOM, but it should be led by, in my opinion, a Haitian national. So that's, the right symbolism is there. And it can be open to other eminent personalities from across the world. But yes, and all the CARICOM institutions, I mean, CARDI could be in Haiti, helping with agricultural development, CARFA with public health, the University of the West Indies with education. So that is my vision for the way forward. Of course, we don't have the financial resources. We have these 17 institutions and associate institutions. They don't necessarily have the financial resources. So that finance really needs to come from the international community, especially those members of the international community that really owe Haiti big time because of a number of the injustices of the past. But yes, so I really embraced the opportunity to go to the CDB meeting to put forward that vision of a way forward for Haiti.
Many might argue that you shouldn't look back, but others say you have to reflect to be able to move forward. So what has stopped the region in the past from getting involved with Haiti in this way? Because this has been happening for a long time, and I dare say there might be some people across the region who might be a little jaded or not necessarily gung-ho about going forward because of how long we've been seeing our Caribbean neighbor in this particular situation with so much unrest and so on happening?
Well, you know, CARICOM was established in 1973, and from the 1970s, Haiti was petitioning to become a member of CARICOM. Haiti was only given full membership of CARICOM in 2002. So there was a certain diffidence. They were given observer status at one point, etc. But you know, back in the 1970s, Haiti was under a dictatorship, the Duvalier dictatorship, for example. So I guess there could have been all kinds of reasons why it took until 2002 for CARICOM to bring Haiti into the fold. So Haiti is CARICOM's newest member. And Haiti, of course, comes into CARICOM in 2002 with these serious developmental problems. And Haiti is a country of 11 million people. The rest of CARICOM is only 7 million. So Haiti always presented a real challenge to CARICOM. And I think it has probably taken CARICOM a little time to fully embrace the notion that, look, we are not going to be intimidated by the challenge that, you know, Haiti's problems presents. We can't palm those problems off to the OAS or Canada or whoever. It's our responsibility. And I think that was signaled when we established the Eminent Persons Group and said, look, you know, these other entities that say they're trying to help Haiti find a solution, well, you know, we are going to accept our responsibility and we are going to launch our own initiative, because we have determined that the key thing really is to get that political consensus on a way forward. And that's going to be our main intervention. I think it signaled a psychological breakthrough in terms of CARICOM really accepting that these are our brothers and sisters, and we are going to be there with them, and we're going to stay the course with them. So I think there's a new resolve in CARICOM, really, to be very hands-on and to stay the course with its newest member states. So, and you know, it's an existential crisis. It's a crisis in which lives are at stake. So failure is not an option. This course of action that we are embarked on now, and we expect that the Kenyan police personnel will be going into Haiti any day now. A number of CARICOM member states, they've pledged personnel to support that security support mission, because we know one of the things we have to do very quickly is the security issue, to get this criminal gang activity under control, so that the Haitian people can breathe again, and we can move forward with economic development. But so these are critical things that are unfolding now, and CARICOM is in the midst of them all. And I am just urging that we stay the course. We don't get jaded, you know. We don't get disheartened. That we summon the energy and the enthusiasm to stay the course.
For sure. What influence do you believe transport, travel, and trade has had really in where we are today with this? And I reference, you know, where we are with movement across the region, because I feel as though for a long time our narratives have been shaped by others. Mm-hmm. Now we're in a position, owing in part to social media and so on, but certainly more media houses from the region are going into other parts of the region. So finally we're hearing stories from our own people, mm-hmm. and not necessarily narratives that have been shaped outside of the region and shipped back to us. Mm-hmm. So, you know, people are hearing different stories that certainly share a totally different view, mm-hmm. of Haiti than we have seen in the past.
Well, that communications is going to be key, because even though Haiti is a member of CARICOM, I would rather suspect if you ask the average citizen in Haiti, what is CARICOM? They probably don't have a clue. You know, the educated elites, yes, the people in government, yes, and even though, as you say, our people have been in getting different sources of information, getting a more realistic idea of many things. There are probably still many Caribbean people that still see Haiti through the lens of voodoo and some of the stereotypical things that the Western media has projected onto Haiti. So a big part of going forward has to be that we properly introduce ourselves to each other. The masses of the Haitian people need to get to know our Caribbean people and our reality much better, and likewise that has to happen on the vice versa as well. We need to get to know Haiti better. So yes, Tisha, this I know there was at one point pre-COVID, I think the University of the West Indies and the government of Barbados was planning this big conference on Haiti to really bring together all of the scholars on Haiti and lift up the image of Haiti, and then COVID came, but things like that. We need to do things like that, because if our people really know the story of Haiti, there's so much about Haiti to be proud about. I mean, that Haitian revolution, that is our revolution as well, is the cornerstone of our Caribbean civilization, but not just the revolution. When we were still enmeshed in slavery, Haiti was founding universities. Haitian scholars were writing books unearthing the covered over history of Africa and lifting up the accomplishments of black people. And Haiti was establishing embassies in different parts of the world and so forth. So, and Haiti was contributing to so many liberation struggles in Latin America with Simon Bolivar, but also even in Ethiopia when the Italians invaded in 1896 or thereabouts. Haiti sent armaments and finance to help the Ethiopian government fight off the invasion. So there's so much about the history of Haiti that we can justly feel proud about as a Caribbean people, but we need to know. So yes, there's going to be a big role for the media and for institutions that help with popular education.
All right, before we talk about how it was received generally and some of the other discussion that surrounded Haiti and development priorities and so on, let's take a look back at the introduction. There's an acting president for the CDB, and we want to take in a snippet of his opening remarks.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the podium, Mr. Isaac Solomon, acting president of the Caribbean Development Bank.
Thank you so much, Camille. It's so wonderful to be here in Ottawa. Thank you to the team who has worked so hard to make this day a reality, including putting together that wonderful video. 2,400 miles. That's the distance between where we are gathered here today and the headquarters of the Caribbean Development Bank in Barbados. But today, I can't feel much of that distance at all, because I see so many familiar faces from the region in this room. I especially want to recognize the Premier of Montserrat, Honorable Joseph Farrell, the Deputy Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Premier of the BVI, Natalia Wheatley, the Elder Commander, Parliamentary Secretary of International Development, and Miss Anita Van den Belt, Deputy Minister of International Assistance, the Honorable Chris McLennan, members of the CDB Board of Directors, Board of Governors, and of course, our Chair, Honorable Ahmed Hussein, for being here with us. Canada is a true partner to us, and we thank you for hosting our annual meeting for the third time and for welcoming us with such hospitality. I look forward to strengthening our ties with you as we continue to chart a course for the future. This year's meeting has the perfect theme for our current moment: partnerships for resilient prosperity. Indeed, we know that the challenges we face are too complex and too large for any single organization, government, or community to solve alone. No institution on its own can achieve the task we have ahead. It will take all of us working together as one. We must work together to share knowledge, exchange ideas, and mobilize sorely needed resources. That's why we continue as one to boost our partnerships with key organizations acting on a multilateral basis. That includes the Inter-American Development Bank, the Green Climate Fund, the Global Partnership for Education, and many others. And that's why I'm privileged to be here with so many thought leaders, innovators, academics, business leaders, indigenous groups from the Caribbean and Canada, policymakers, elected officials, and others so committed to the continued prosperity and development of our region.
Mr. Ambassador, I can just imagine the rich discussion that ensued throughout that meeting, as you mentioned, not only member states or those who benefit directly, but indirectly from the Caribbean Development Bank as well.
Yes, it was a wonderful 4 days, and it just brings out the importance of an institution like the Caribbean Development Bank to the whole crafting of our Caribbean civilization. So yes, so that institution here, you know, they're bringing to Canada representatives of the indigenous community of the Caribbean to have an Indigenous Peoples Forum that then presented their ideas and some of their wishes and demands to the Board of Governors. The young people from across the region were there. So, you know, really brilliant. Some of our business leaders, Mr. P.B. Scott of Jamaica was the businessman who presented the William Demas lecture. But we probably need to remind ourselves that the Caribbean Development Bank was at the very genesis of the integration movement, you know. After the collapse of the Federation, Barrow, Byrd, and Burnham in '65 decide they're going to establish this free trade area. But then that idea was expanded beyond just the three to bring everybody in, and it was at that meeting, that Heads of Government Conference in Barbados in 1967, when they really worked on the concept of expanding the idea of CRIFTA beyond the three to bring everybody else in. It was at that said conference that they made the decision, as part of this integration structure, to establish a development bank, a Caribbean Development Bank. And that decision was very critical because a lot of the smaller territories were having apprehensions about this free trade area. They were thinking, oh, it's the bigger countries that are going to benefit and we are going to be disadvantaged. So the idea of a development bank said, no, we are going to create an institution that is also going to cater to your development as well. Of course, it has gone on to be an institution that not only helps to fuel the development of the so-called lesser developed countries, but all of the
Absolutely.
countries of CARICOM. So it is a very critical institution. The agreement to establish it was signed in 1969, and it actually began functioning in 1970. So it's 54. It is 54 years old now. It kind of started with CARIFTA, and so it basically predates CARICOM. It's an older institution than CARICOM, but so it's an associate institution of CARICOM, but it's a very, very important regional association, and we have the privilege to have it headquartered right here in Barbados. Yeah.
All right, so just a review of the Board of Governors annual conference that took place for the Caribbean Development Bank and the presentation from Ambassador Comissiong. Of course, you can check it out online if you want to find out a little bit more, delve into the deep discussions that happened throughout the 4-day period as well. Thank you, Ambassador, for coming in. Always insightful when you come through and share with us.
Thank you, Tisha. It was really my pleasure this morning.